So in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to set up a website in Dreamweaver. The first thing you have to do is you have to choose your template. So here I have a template that I downloaded, and it's a pretty nice one. I used before, and it looks like, if I click on it, it looks like something like this, right? This is the, what you download. Of course, we're going to change these pictures and all that for ourselves, but so I have my template, and I have it in a folder right over here, right? And now in Dreamweaver, I need to set up a website for that folder and also for the server. So I kind of already did that, but I'm going to do it again. So the first thing I do is I go to site and I say new site. But for me, I'm going to manage. But for you guys, it would be new site. And you would give your site a name, right? So you would end up with this panel. So for a new site, you would get this. You said, okay, well, I want a new site. What's the name? All right, give it a name. Any name doesn't really matter here. What does matter is the folder. You want to link to that folder that I just showed you, right? So you would say, like over here, remember that folder I showed you, Marion? So you link to the folder, and you say, okay, that's where I'm going to keep my website. So I did that. So that's pretty good, but that's the local website. But I also want to upload this to the server, right? So I'm going to set up a server, which I already did. And you're going to say new server. You can click plus. I already did that. So I double click on this. So when you click on a server, you're going to have to give some information where this server is. Now I already set this up for you guys, right? If you look over here, for me right now, I set this up on my server. This is called Just Host. So I set up a folder for myself, right? And I'll do that for you too. I'll set up a folder and I'll give you all the information. So the information is, well, what's the server name? That doesn't matter. Just call it whatever you want. FTP is fine. And this is the address of the server, right? It's an FTP address. So you write it in, FTP. And you're all going to be using the same website, my website. And I'm going to set it up and we're going to share it. This is the username. So I'm going to give you the username, and the password is capital ART at 2020. And once you put this in, you give it a test and see if it comes up. And it says, well, okay, I found the server. Everything's cool. The other thing is I'm going to give you a folder because I don't want you to see, well, I don't want you to mess around with the whole website, right? So if you look at the whole website, I don't want you to see all these other folders, right? Because you're going to get all mixed up. So I want you to put it in your folder. So I'm going to give you the name of the folder. And for me, in this case, it's, you see, public HTML Marion 2020. I only want you to access that folder. See, so you'll only have access to this. So all this is going to be given to you, and the URL address will be, well, actually for me, we'll work on that later, right? So save it, and you have everything, right? Save. It's going to kind of maybe recalculate. And so here's your local server, these are your local files, right? So you can work on these, but they're only local. What you need to do is you need to upload them. So right now, if I go to the remote server, you'll see that there's nothing there. I didn't upload anything. So you always have to, when you're working on a website, when you make a change, you always have to upload. But in this case, I didn't even upload this part. So I'm going to now sync my whole server. I'm going to bring all this up to the server, right? Because this is the first time. So I'm going to say synchronize. I'm going to say my whole site, and I'm just going to say put new files to remote. So all these are new. Nothing's been uploaded, so they're pretty new. So I'm going to say preview, okay? Sometimes you're going to have to sync and bring everything down if somebody else was working on it. So this is cool. I'm going to say okay, and you see what it's doing. It's uploading all of these files. So this is just the first time you have to upload the whole website. But later on, as you do your work, and you make a change and you do something, you're going to have to just upload that one file. So this might take a little while. I'm just going to pause now. Okay, so it's done its work. Now if I go to the remote server, you'll see that all these files have been uploaded. So this is actually now on the server, right? And if I look at my directory, let me just go back and check this out. And you see it's been all uploaded. So now it's on the internet. So I can view this on the internet. So how do I view it? Well, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to type in the name, right? Marion JUS. I'm going to put in the folder, Marion 2020, and it should give me the index. You see, so it's running the index. I'm in that folder. So you'll be able to go to your website. So there it is. This is what I uploaded. I'm going to make a quick change just to show you how this works, right? So if I open up index HTML, oops, I'm on remote. I'm going to always be careful. You usually want to work on the local and then upload to the remote, right? Usually. So I'm going to go to index, index, right here. I'm going to open up index just to show you how this works now, index. And so I'm looking at my website here, that folder, it says Veril. I'm going to say industry. I'm going to say RT, right? RT industry. So I'm going to save this, right? Save this. Now on my local, it's different than on the server, right? So I have to update the server. So what I do is I say put this to the server. And if you notice over here, you see this is that index. You don't realize, but this is index HTML. But you see it says industry, so it's not synced. So if I make a change, I'm going to have to upload it. So index HTML, and now if I go to my website and I refresh, and it should say RT. See, so I uploaded the server, the file on the server. So this is the production.